Hey, hello everybody. My name is Lee. It's me again. Thank you for keep watching. Although nobody's watching. Look, hey, I'm nobody. Okay. I'm unknown, and that's why nobody's watching this. Okay, but maybe after I'm dead, maybe 100 years ago, no, 100 years from now, maybe somebody's watching. I don't know. Okay, so I'm in Alaska, and this is the dandelion I picked in my yard, and it's edible. Okay, so it's my breakfast. All right, so but do some research before you eat some wild plants because some plants are toxic. I have these tens of books about wild edible plants, so I know what's edible, what's not. So that's why I do that, but you have to know what you eat. Can be toxic, so do some research and then you can eat. All right. So okay, so we talked about all this science, biology, humanology, and today's Sunday, and forget about all this. Forget about all the science, religion, biology, humanology, politics, religion. Forget it, okay? Let's have some fun today. So I'm drunk or inebriated, okay? But I'm home, so it's okay. Uh, I'm not driving, so yeah. Let's talk about drinking. So I promised I would tell you about the Eastern culture, the Far Eastern Asian drinking culture is important because it can solve the opioid pandemic, drug abuse, addiction problem, and a lot of crimes. It, there's a solution to that, okay? Because I believe there is a solution to every single problem in the world, and I believe I have that solution. And that's why I'm running for president in 2020 and against Donald J. Trump. So we talked about humanology. Yeah, well, just told you forget about it, but let's just talk just a little bit. And humanology equals what? Two elements: science plus religion, right? So that's humanology, and that's something that I came up with after 2 decades of thinking and studying and listening to people and learning from them. And it's just I'm just synthesizing the knowledge and wisdom of people because I'm a good listener, and that's why I have all this knowledge. It's from people, okay? So it's from you, all right? So um, so drinking. I had my first drink of alcohol when I was 7 in Korea. So I was born in New York, upstate. Then my dad came to Cornell to study economics, PhD, and he got his PhD, and he was with my mother, and I was born. So my mother was a typist in the campus, and so I was born there. Then my dad finished his PhD, and we all moved back to Korea, and I grew up there until high school. So I was taught how to drink properly from my father. That's how it is in China, Korea, and Japan. We learn how to drink properly from our fathers, and we learn how to behave even when we are drunk. from our fathers. Just like Americans teach how to use guns properly from their fathers. All right, this same concept. So yeah, so drinking is about moderation, and also it's about even when you are fully intoxicated, uh, you don't let the alcohol control you. You retain your control. You control your intoxication. That's the point of proper drinking. It doesn't have to be Eastern philosophy. Yeah, many Americans or even French, Europeans, yeah, they teach their kids too how to control yourself when you are drunk. Okay, so but if you drink the wrong way, if you learn to drink the wrong way from binge drinking in college, from your friends, then the wrong way is this: you take advantage of your intoxication and you use it as an excuse to do whatever you want, like rape, crime, violence. Oh, I did it because I'm drunk. I was drunk. So that's wrong way of doing it. You make excuse to do things. That's wrong way. The right way is, even if you are drunk, you are in control. You are fighting against yourself. It's self discipline. All right. I'm drunk right now, but just look at me, okay? I can always walk straight. So in China, so China is I understand many Americans hate China, oh, their economic competitor and all that stuff. It's a threat, military threat, blah blah blah. But I want you to stop hating, and I want you to stop being emotional and stop being like that tribalistic, like partisan. We are a group and we have this enemy group, so let's hate this enemy group. I want you to step back and stop that line of thought, and I want you to change and start loving your enemy, okay? Just like Jesus said, all right? So start loving your enemy and learn from them and humble yourself and be rational and reasonable about things, not emotional, okay? So yeah, in China we have a lot of martial, they or we, whatever, okay? It doesn't matter. Stop picking on words, choice of words, doesn't matter. So this wine. In China, they have a lot of martial arts, and Chinese martial arts always evolved with philosophy and religion, like Taoism, Buddhism. You see old Chinese movies, classical Chinese movies. They always happen in the temple. Buddhist monks with a shaved head and all this, So Buddhist monks, yeah, they practice Chinese martial arts because the kung fu evolved with Buddhism, and Chinese martial art, Tai Chi evolved with Taoism. All right, it went hand in hand, and so Chinese martial art has a lot of philosophy in it and religion. Okay, Tai Chi is about energy and flow and nature. It has to do more with objects. Okay, that's Tai Chi. It's about this flow of energy, like air and water. You're like flowing with it. You become one with the nature. That's Tai Chi. Okay. And Kung Fu is more about animals. You have 5 main animals, Kung Fu style. Do you know what they are? I give you 5 seconds. You got it. All right. It's tiger, leopard, crane, tiger, leopard, crane, and then monkey, snake. Okay. I think that's what it is. There are other animals. They do mantis. They do whatever. And in Thailand, they do elephant. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so yeah, they do many different styles. And monkey, I'm not sure. I don't think it was monkey. I think it was you have tiger, mantis. No, tiger, leopard, crane, and snake. And what's the other one? Oh God, I don't remember. Well, you tell me. Okay, I'm sorry. It's been a while. But yeah, it's about animal. Kung Fu is about animal. Tai Chi is about object. Air, water, flow. Okay, so it's becoming one with the nature, right? So Tai Chi is about Taoism. Kung Fu is about animals and Buddhism. So Buddhists don't are vegetarians. They don't eat animals. They're probably vegans. I'm not sure if they eat eggs. I don't think they do. I don't think they drink milk. So Buddhists are like vegans, and so yeah, drinking in Asia, Far Eastern Asia is like China, Korea, and Japan. Okay, so it's drinking is about it's. Give me 1 second. There's this spider. I'm not a Buddhist, so I do kill spider or mosquito when I see them. Okay, so anyway, sorry, I just killed it. So drinking in China, Korea, and Japan, Far East Asia is a virtue. Drinking is not a vice like it is in America or in Islam. In Islam, in America, drinking is a taboo. You call them, oh, you are an alcoholic. It's bad. And if you don't drink, oh, it's good, right? That's not how it is in Far East Asia. And if you compare, let's say, Korea and America, I put it like this. Koreans drink every day, okay? And America, drinking is bad. And in Korea, drinking is a virtue. Not just Korea, China, Korea and Japan, but I'll just talk about Korea because they are the same in terms of drinking culture. But I'm most familiar with Korea, okay, because I grew up there on nearly 20 years, 2 decades. So almost half my life. I'm 40, and so yeah, so in America and in Middle East, yeah, drinking is a taboo, it's a bad thing, but in Eastern Asian culture, it's not. It's a virtue, it's not a vice. If you compare Korea, America, and Iraq, all right, it's this. In America, there are all this marijuana, opioid, all this drug use. In Korea, there is none, but they do drink. In Iraq, they don't do marijuana and they don't do alcohol, but what's happening in Iraq? Violence, terrorism, suicide bombing, okay? In Korea, they do not have marijuana, they do not have opioids, all these drugs. In America, there are drugs, all these opioids, cocaine, crystal meth, marijuana. In Iraq, they have violence, terrorism, suicide bombing. All right, so are you gonna still say alcohol is bad? All right, I want you to stop thinking the way you have been thinking previously. I want you to open your mind and at least consider some new ideas. Keep your mind open. That's all I'm asking. Okay. So because people, we want to have fun, and we do not want to get in trouble, right? And but we do need to have fun. And also not get into trouble. And so you have to be able to learn a way to have fun without breaking any law, without getting into any trouble, without hurting others or yourself. And that's the Asian drinking culture. All right, that's what I'm trying to educate you about. Uh, right, so let's say you go to a bar and you drink, all right, then and you are now intoxicated. It's easy, okay? Have some food after you're drinking. Stop drinking. Have some food and just drink water, and so that for 2 hours, 3 hours, and before you start driving, all right? And just eat something, drink water, juice, milk, and then for 2 hours, 3 hours, then you are sober, and then yeah, you can start driving, all right? After you're sober, you'll know when you're sober, all right? So be in control, and when you're drunk, don't use it as an excuse, but use it as a way to discipline yourself. You're drunk, you know it, okay, then try to absorb the pain of thirst and all this wiggly giggly, like this feeling, okay? Control it, absorb it, and discipline yourself, right? Take advantage of your intoxication as an opportunity to discipline yourself and to enhance your sense of control of yourself, all right? So that's a lesson from humanology. I just call it humanology, everything, okay? So yeah, they make tea with a dandelion flower, but I put in the vodka. Okay. And when I dance in public, so all right, let's talk about some campaign, political campaign, because it's interesting, and you like it, I promise you. Okay, so um, I'm poor man, well, middle class. I'm not rich, I'm not poor. I am a computer programmer. I make $57,000 a year. That's right in the middle average of American salary. $57,000 a year in Alaska. That's right in the middle. So I pay my bills. I have this house mortgage. I pay the mortgage, pay for my car loan and electricity. That's it. And food and yeah, cigarettes. I smoke cigarettes and I drink alcohol. So yeah, another thing about Koreans and Japan, China. So men, we drink and we smoke cigarettes. That's it, all right. And but we are healthier than Americans. Okay, so Americans are addicted to sugar and fat. That's why they are obese. But China, Korea, and Japan, we drink alcohol and we smoke cigarettes. Other than that, we eat healthy and we exercise. That's how we are lean. We are slender, we are slim, we exercise, and martial arts. Even though Asians drink alcohol and smoke cigarettes every day, Asians are healthier than Americans because we do not indulge in sugar and fat. Sugar and fat are more harmful than cigarettes and alcohol. I understand this is not a popular opinion in America, and I don't care. That's the truth. Just compare Asian person and living in Asia, and compare an American. Americans are unhealthy because they are addicted to sugar and fat. And Asians, they do drink alcohol and they smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes and alcohol are better than sugar and fat. That's why Asians are in shape and they are healthier than Americans. All right? So you have to know this. It's the truth, it's a fact. So Americans, they stigmatize alcohol and tobacco. They are wrong. They glorify sugar and fat. They advertise pizza, cheese, cakes, pies, ice cream. They indulge in it. They are wrong. They should be start drinking alcohol and start smoking cigarettes and get do away with all these drugs like marijuana, all that stuff. Because marijuana wipes out your short-term memory. You have to understand, I'm an American and half of my friends are liberal. Half of my friends have tattoos, piercings, they do marijuana, all that stuff. Okay, so but people who smoke marijuana, my friends, they are not good rememberer. They forget so many things and it's very, very, very obvious. Okay, so marijuana is bad because it wipes out short-term memory, and without short-term memory you cannot form long-term memory. That's the science, that's the fact. All right, so that's why I oppose marijuana, because without short-term memory you cannot form long-term memory and your academic performance will go down, your work performance will go down, the national American economy will suffer. You'll be incompetent. That's marijuana, weeds, pot, cannabis, right? And academic performance, China is number 1, South Korea is number 2, America is number 14. Marijuana is the last thing we need as an America. All right? You cannot do the things that destroys you, destroys America. I consider myself as a patriot. Why? Because the things that I say here is not a popular opinion. And I don't care. I care about America. I care about your children, your grandkids. I care about the future of America. That's why I say things that you may not like. Alright? But I will say it anyway. Why? Because I may die tomorrow in a car accident or in a bear battle, in a fight with a bear. I can die tomorrow. But today, when I'm alive, I want to do something that can contribute to the betterment of America and the world, right? Because I love people. You have to understand, we have this concept as humans. I hate the evil ideologies. Evil ideologies is like a demon or spirit or Satan that possesses a person. And so I see myself an exorcist, as a ghost buster. So I'm running for president in 2020 because America is sick. America is possessed by all these evil, harmful ideologies. I want to exorcise America. I want to be the ghost buster president to save people from this possession of all these evil ideologies like gayism, tattoo piercism, marijuanaism, plastic surgeryism, sugar fatism. All right, that's what's ruining America. It's making America fat. It's making America gay. It's making America sick, ugly. All right, so I want to make America clean, beautiful, and successful, and natural and straight. All right, so I do not hate people. I hate ideologies, and you as a person, and me too, have a lot of bad ideologies in our heads, and so we have to help each other, and we have to exercise each other. Okay, so you know, I make a lot of mistakes. I have bad concepts, and so yeah, teach me, correct me. Okay, I'm all for that. Correct me when I'm wrong, and let me correct you when you are wrong. And you don't know when you are wrong. I don't know when I'm wrong. So just let's keep an open mind and talk to each other and listen. All right, that's what I'm asking. Okay, so I'm running for president in 2020. So because I was born in this country, I'm more than 35. I have lived in this country continuously more than 15 years. So yeah, that physical level, yeah, I'm qualified. Metaphysical level, am I qualified as a president? Well, you may say, yeah, I'm just a computer programmer in Alaska. So I've never had a public office. And so, yeah, many people say, oh, you are not qualified because you don't have experience, you don't have the knowledge, credential, and you don't have money, you are nobody, you are not unknown, so you have no money, no fame, no power, no credential, no experience. So yeah, it's your boyhood fantasy, and that's what my parents in Korea said. Okay, so my parents, my siblings, yeah, they say that to me in Korea. I talk to them on the phone, and yeah, that's what they tell me. Grow up. You're retarded. That's what my family members in Korea say. Okay, and many friends in America said that too. Okay, both in conservative and liberal side, yeah, they tell me that. Yeah, start local politics, and then do it gradually. It will take decades, and but some of my friends say, yeah, go for it because they are Americans. Americans, many, not all, but many Americans are open minded. They are adventurers, they are creative, and they are pioneers, frontiermen. Some Americans support my political ambition and they say, yeah, do it. Okay, so that's to me, that's a traditional long forgotten American spirit that we need to revive. We need to resurrect that American spirit where Americans believed in miracles and they invented airplanes, helicopters, cars, electricity, computer, internet, telephone. It's all American inventions because they believed in miracles. They believed people can fly in the air, in the sky. People can talk to somebody thousands of miles away. Alexander Graham and Wright brothers, yeah, airplanes, telephone, just the invention, and Thomas Edison and Tesla, yeah, they did AC/DC, electricity, and also Benjamin Franklin. He flew this kite, stormy weather, rainy weather, to capture the electricity from the lightning. Yeah, all those outrageous ideas, and Henry Ford, he thought he can outrun a horse, so he invented a car, and he thought he can produce a car every 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Yeah, this manufacture assembly line, all this belief in miracles, that's American spirit, that's what made America great. Inventions, okay, to think outside the box, to challenge the conventional wisdom. That used to be the American spirit back in the days. Now what do we have? We have the best invention that American can ever come up with nowadays is gay marriage, transgender bathroom, legalization of marijuana, tattoos and piercings. That's America right now. It's sick, it's ugly, it's stupid. Okay, so America is like a lazy heir of a very hard working and diligent and rich, wealthy parents. Because we Americans inherited all these past generations of innovation and invention and hard working. We inherited for free all these technological advances. So we are spoiled. Americans and also westernized all these western countries like Europe, Australia, Canada, America, westernized countries, we inherited this technological innovations and from our parent and grandparent generations. So our life has become too easy. So that's why we have cell phone and we can talk to a person like half globe away. And in cell phone we have everything. We have apps. We have internet. We have everything in this cell phone, and life is too easy. That's why we are spoiled and we are weak because we have never. Things are just too easy. Okay, we have no pain in life. Everything is easy. We have sugar, we have fat, we have cakes, we have internet in our cell phone, and it's just too easy. Americans and Europe, Asia, all these westernized, developed countries, we sit all day and every day. At home, we are sitting on the couch. We have remote control to our TV, so we don't even have to walk to the TV and turn it on like back in the 70s. With remote control, we just click, right? Click the button and yeah, that's television, and so we are just sitting at home. And then the only time we walk is to walk to the car and walk from the car. So at home we are sitting and we walk to the car. When while we are drive to work, we are sitting in the car. And from car we walk to the office in our workplace, and we sit again at work. So we sit all day every day, right? We never walk, yeah, just to car and from. That's it. That's the only time we walk. Okay, so we are sitting all day and then we sleep and we eat. And today, nowadays, we have plenty of food because food are cheap nowadays, thanks to the technological advancement by our parents and grandparents. So we have plenty of food and we always sit, and that's why we are fat. Okay. So that's not just America, it's the westernized developed countries everywhere in the Middle East and in Asia, all that stuff. So that's why we are fat. And being fat is not good because we are heavy. So our bones, our knees, our back, it pushes down, it's gravity. Okay? You're not Jesus. I'm not Jesus. We cannot walk on the water. We cannot fly to the heaven. No, we are not Jesus's. Okay, so we are subject to gravity. So if you are a human, yeah, you are subject to these higher things. Concept level, yeah, is gravity, you can think of it as a concept that we are subject to, we are under. We cannot disobey, rebel against this law of universal gravitation. Okay, so I'm heavy, so my body weight is crushing down my knee, my feet, my back. So I'm sick, I go to the hospital, and that's why the medical cost, the insurance premium is so high. Supply and demand. There are only limited number of doctors and nurses, but there are too many sick people in America because we are fat. That's what drives up the medical cost and insurance premium. All right, to fix that, we have to eat healthy and exercise regularly. That's the only solution. There is no other solution. They talk about Obamacare, Trump care, tweaking with the laws. No, it's not gonna solve anything at all. It's supply and demand, pure economics concept. You have to eat healthy. Do not eat sugar. Do not eat fat. You don't need it. Eat carbs, eat rice, bread, multigrain bread, brown rice, eat salmon, eat ground beef with, so you boil ground beef in water, you get rid of all the fat, and then you eat the meat. You eat vegetables and fruits. Fruits are fine, it has a lot of sugar, but fruits are also sour. So you don't eat fruits too much because it's too sour. Okay, so that's why these natural fruits have this natural deterrent so that you don't eat too much of it. But if you eat candies, cakes, and pies, like Americans do, like ice creams, you eat and eat and eat because it has no sourness. It's sweet, it has sugar and fat in there, so you eat and eat and eat and you get fat. It will cause you heart attacks and diabetes. The number one killer in America is sugar and fat. It's not cigarette and alcohol. That's the American myth and American stupidity. You Americans are addicted to sugar and fat. That's the number one killer in America. It's not murder, it's not drugs, it's not marijuana, it's not AIDS, it's not alcohol, it's not cigarette. It's sugar and fat. That's what's killing you, Americans. Okay? I don't care if I don't become the president. You don't have to vote for me. Okay? That's fine. But I'm a patriot. I love Americans and I want to protect the children and grandchildren of America from you. You have to understand this. You eat unhealthy. You eat fried chicken and you put all the sugar and fat and cheese in your food, and you don't just eat yourself, you feed it to your kids and your grandkids. This sugar and fat, okay, let me write it down. Let me calm ourselves down a little bit because I'm just too impassioned about this because I care about your kids and your grandkids, and you are ruining the future of your children and your grandchildren. Do you think you love your kids and your grandkids? You say it with your words, but you are not acting. You're not walking the talk. You're only saying, "Oh, I love my kids. I love my grandkids." It's all words, and words are cheap. You're not loving them. You're ruining them, right? I tell you this: you have sugar. And you have fat. That becomes an ism. Sugar fatism. It's an evil. Why? Because it's just like the devil. It's temptation. Yeah, you feel happy. I know because I sometimes do eat cheese, mayonnaise, candies. Yeah, so every now and then I do, okay? because sometimes we do need it. Like you are in a stressed once a month, every day. I mean, everybody once a month or once a week sometimes. Yeah, we go through some hard time more than other days. Okay? Everybody. It doesn't matter how rich or poor you are. Once a week or once a month, we go through this hardship where we are extremely suffering from some event or some kind of pain. Yeah, then I eat sugar, candy, chocolates, pizza even. Yeah, I do those things every once in a while. But your problem is you're doing those things every single day. You put sugar and fat in your food every day, 3 times a day. That's why you are fat, and that needs to be changed. Because it's not just you, it's your children and your grandchildren. You are feeding your kids with a horrible food that you are eating. So I'm here to protect your kids and your grandkids from you, right? Because you are doing the wrong thing. You are ruining the future of your children and your grandkids. They are not my children, but I love them. And I represent not your desire, but your best interest. You don't know what you're doing. Do I know better? No. You know what I'm talking about. You already know sugar and fat are bad for your health, but you are doing it anyways. And you're feeding your kids, your grandkids anyways. Why? Because you are weak. Am I stronger than you? Yes, I am. That's why I can say these things when nobody else can. Nobody else in the world tell you on your face that you are ruining the future of your children and grandkids. You say you love them, but you are ruining them. I'm the only guy who can tell that to you on your face because I'm just stronger than anybody else in the world. Right? And I don't care if you hate me, you don't vote for me. I don't care if I don't become the president, ever. When I'm alive, I will do my best to protect and preserve the future of America. That is my mission. I'm here to do my best to save the world. I'm nobody. I don't have any power, fame, money. I don't have any of that. I'm just a computer programmer in Alaska. Alright? And I may die tomorrow. So, but when I'm alive, I do my best to save America from self-destruction. America is on a course of self-destruction. They tattoo everywhere and it's spreading. That it started from this small patch on the shoulder, small tattoo, 30 years ago, and then it spread to your arm. It's getting bigger and bigger. It start covering like to neck and next face. It will be like your face, like here, and the age of tattooing is getting lower and lower and lower. I've seen like a 13-year-old child having tattoo like in the arm. Okay, age of tattooing gets lower and lower, and more people and more square inches of your body. That's tattoo. Piercing, same. It's okay. It's good to have for a woman to have pierce here and here. Just one piercing in each lower earlobe. That's traditional, that's beautiful, okay? And then this piercism start to spread in went viral. It goes like this, and it goes piercing like here, 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 everywhere. Okay, so it's ugly, it's impractical, and it's fucking stupid. All right, yeah, please forgive me for the F word. Piercing is stupid, it's impractical, and it's dirty. All right, you cannot wash your face because you're pierced like here. You cannot wash your body because you are pierced. It's stupid. It's dirty. It's ugly. I want you to know this and stop piercing and tattooing yourself. Alright? Half of Americans are pierced and tattooed, so I understand that they will not like what I say. I'm saying this on behalf of your children and your grandchildren. Alright? Marijuana, yeah, it wipes out short-term memory. You cannot form long-term memory. You cannot learn new things. If you are like 60 years old and you already have all these job skills, then yeah, smoking marijuana will not harm you too much because you already have long-term memory. You have already job skills. But teenagers, college students, if they smoke marijuana, they cannot learn a job skill. They will be useless. Okay? America will go down and down and down. But yeah, so gayism. Alright? Okay, it's 47 minutes. I have 13 more minutes to do 1 hour thing. So it's this, okay? This man who is weak. I told you how we became weak because our life has become so easy thanks to the technological innovation from our parents and grandparents and great grandparents' invention. We have machines, carpenters, construction workers, even they sit behind the wheels. All these craners, all these forklifts, you know. And so yeah, they drive the machines. They have these machine tools to do drills and nail. It's all machines. Okay, they don't hammer. They just leave one finger and the nail is already in there. Screwdrivers, yeah, they don't do this. They just push one button and it goes right in. Drills. Okay, so we are weak because we don't have to move around. We just move our finger, and that's how it's done nowadays. So okay. Let's calm ourselves down a little bit. Okay, so I'm a single guy, right? So I go online dating site, and girls don't like me because I'm too honest. Girls say, "Oh, we want honesty." So, okay, I'll give it to you. I oppose gay marriage, transgender bathroom, marijuana, tattoos, piercings, and obesity, plastic surgery. That's what girls do nowadays. So I say these things because I'm honest. So they run away. That's why I'm single. Okay. And yeah, so and that's the difficulty in my life, and my life is not easy because I wanna have a girlfriend, but I'm not getting any girlfriend, so yeah, that's what keeps my life very difficult, and it's good for me because it disciplines me. The only way to discipline a person is the pain, something that I don't want to be in pain. Yeah, so I want to have a girlfriend, but I don't have it, so that's difficult for me. That's a pain. Okay, so That's what makes my life difficult, and it's good because it disciplines me. Now, so yeah, back to the gay thing. So let's say there's a one guy. His name is whatever. He go to online website and he gets rejected by women, and you know, if if you're a woman, you don't understand this, but if you're a man, then you know what I'm talking about. Male and female are totally different. So humanology is not feminism. Humanology knows what feminism is, and feminism is false. It does not have good theoretical background. It does not have good framework. Feminism is developed based on emotion, not logic. Humanology is all about logic, reasoning, and science. It has religion, but it's not emotion, it's rationality. All right? So, uh, let's talk science, okay? So, men and women. In Homo sapiens, human being, human as a species, male I, any male, produce tens of millions of sperms every single day from birth all the way until we die. Every single day, we produce millions of sperms every day from birth until we die. Okay, we never stop producing sperms. That's males. Females are born with a set of thousands of eggs. Females never create eggs. No, they are born with a set number. 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, whatever. They are born with a set of eggs. And they ovulate from age 15 to 50, 35 years. Their time is limited. So they have, women in human being have evolved to be selective about the mate that they choose because they have very limited time, limited window of reproduction. That's the evolution, okay? So evolution is about natural selection of the a trait that is advantageous to the future generation, okay? That's what evolution is. So women have evolved to be very choosy and selective and testy. So women just don't go out with any guy. We guys do because we have this pressure of reproduction. We make millions of sperms every day, so we want to mate as many women as possible. That's the male promiscuity. It's natural. You look at bison or elk. One male have dozens of females. They call it harem, right? It's like concubine, polygamy. That's animal world. Many, not all, many species are like that, like lions. Okay, so you're one male and having all these like dozens of females. Okay, so because one bison it produces sperms every day, but females it has like 10 females. Yeah, you can have sex with all of them. One a day, every day. Okay, but females they don't feel the urge of having sex every day. Women they ovulate once a month. Period. Right? Menstruation. So theoretically, women want to have sex once a month. All right, males, we make millions of sperms every day. So theoretically, one man want to have sex million times a day because it takes only one sperm to make a baby. Okay, theoretically, I'm just giving you comparison. Why male want sex and female don't want sex? Okay, so yeah, let's back to this homosexuality. About 2% of Americans are male gays. The other 2% of Americans are lesbians. 1% bisexual, transgender. So 5% of Americans are LGBT. All right, but AIDS, AIDS, what I don't know what it stands for. Like I forgot. AIDS is like it's caused by this virus, retrovirus, right? Immunodeficiency syndrome, right? So AIDS was discovered in the early 1980s in San Francisco, uh, in a male gay group. Before that, there were no known literature about this disease. Uh, it existed, but we didn't name it. But so the first world known outbreak of AIDS came with male homosexual people. Whether gay or straight, males are promiscuous. That's our nature. It's not just humans, it's animals. We produce millions of sperms every day. That's why we feel the pressure of having sex. We men, we are not like women. We want to have sex with as many women as possible. We want the diversity of our bed mates. That's just how we are. We can control it if we have strong self discipline and yeah, we can control our desire. But our biological natural desire is to have sex with as many women as possible. It takes strong self discipline to be monogamous for us males. For women, it's not that hard to be monogamous because women do not have strong sexual desire. We guys are. We guys do. Okay? So that's the difference between male and female. It's based on science and logic. Feminism is not that. Feminism is, oh, men and women are equal. Women, they can shave their head. Women don't have to put on the makeup. They don't have to wear skirts or high heels because that's all socially enforced stereotype, gender stereotype. We women should not serve men. We should not please their eyes. We don't work for men. We women don't have to please men. So we can shave our hair, we can do tattoos, piercings, we can be fat, we can eat all we want, we can be ugly. It's a good thing. So women, shave your head, shave your eyebrow, and get fat, and wear pants, and get rid of your breasts, because we don't have to please men. We should not please men because they are taking advantage of us women. They are exploiting us. We should resist and rebel against that masculine desire. We should refuse and reject and rebel. More than that, we should conquer men. We are superior to men. We should not do anything that please them. We should not serve them. So let us do some plastic surgery, get rid of our breasts because it's heavy, it's cumbersome, it's impractical. Let us never put on makeups. It's pointless. Let's shave our hair. I'm a woman and let's shave our hair. Let's shave our eyebrows. Let us never wear skirts. Let's wear pants. Let's never put on high heel shoes. Let's always wear sneakers, tennis shoes. Why? Because we are not serving men. Let's do tattoos, piercings everywhere. We will not please men. We will, as women, we will not satisfy men. We will not entertain men. Okay, that's feminism, right? And I understand what they are saying. Okay, that's why I just said what I did. All right, so and you have to know. Okay, half of my friends are liberal. Half of my friends are feminists. I love them, and they're my friends, right? They give me different perspectives. They educate me, and sometimes they exercise me. They correct me when I'm wrong. Yeah, so they're my friends. I do not hate anybody in the world. I only hate the ideologies that is possessing them. Okay? If I want to change you, I want to change you. I do. Because I love you. Because I believe your belief in gay marriage and feminism or sugar fetishism and marijuanaism is destroying you. I want to save you. I want to help you. I want what's the best for you. But you don't know it. Because if my house is smelly, I live there. I live in my house every day. I get used to it. I do not know my house is smelly until I have a guest who has never been to my house, who have never smelled the smell of my house every day like I did. This guest comes to my house and he says, "Hey, your house is stinking. It's stinky. It's smelly." Then I know, I realize, I open my eyes and I realize, oh, maybe you're right. Okay, let me get rid of that rotten mouse at the back of my corner. I thought it was kind of funny. I thought it was a nice decoration. So I just kept it there and I smell it every day. So I didn't realize it's bad. But you, my friend or guest to my house, you just told me it is smelly. So okay, then I learn from you and I will get rid of them dead mouse in the corner of my living room. Okay, it's like that. Okay, so I have many demons and evil spirits in my head too. I'm probably right. Then you tell me what I'm doing wrong. Okay, then I correct it. We have to correct each other. It's these ideologies, concepts. Okay, there are good concepts, bad concepts. We have to teach each other what are the good concepts. I learn something new from you, something good, and you tell me some bad things in me. That way, I can become a better person. I want you to change me. I do. I want you to change the way I think, the way I feel, what I like, what I dislike. I want you to change me. At the same time, I want you to keep an open mind and invite me to change you for the better. I want you to be a better person. I want myself to be a better person. Okay? So that's what humanology is about, and that's what my political campaign is about. I took a class about campaign financing past week, and they say, oh, it's all about money. You have to have money. Take donations. No. You have to be rich. No. So they laugh at me. I say, I want to be the president in 2021. I want to win the election against Donald J. Trump in November 2020. They don't believe it. Why? Because Donald Trump is rich. He has a lot of donors. He's famous. He's powerful. Rich. His money, power, fame. He got it all. Me, I have none. I don't even have a girlfriend. All right? I have no money. I have no power. I have no fame. So that's the physics. Money, power, fame. That's physics. My focus is metaphysics. Is humanology. Right? As a humanologist, I know how human mind works. I know what concepts are, ideologies. I know what they are. I know where they are in this hierarchy. I know what angels are about. I know what God is about. I know how God operates. I know how angels operate. Concepts, humans. I know it because I'm a humanologist. Right? So also humanology is science plus religion, not versus. Science plus religion. So I am a Christian. I love every religion like Islam, Buddhism, and Hinduism, Confucianism, Taoism, Zoroastrianism, Zoroaster in Iran, Persia. Yeah, beautiful, wonderful religions. But I happen to be a Christian. In Christianity, we believe in miracles. All right. The secular world, their God is money, or law, or military. Money, law, military. That's the secular God. Or some activism like gayism, tattoo piercism, plastic surgeryism is the majority. Right? So the religion of the secular people are either money, power, or fame. Power means majority, majoritarian view like gay marriage, marijuana, tattoo piercing. That's power because it's majority. Money, yeah, like Donald J. Trump, he believes in money like the rest of the world except me do. Maybe some of you, okay, but it's minority. The majority of the world population, to them, money is the God. Money is omnipotent, all powerful. Money can achieve everything. That's omnipotency of money that people believe in. Money is also omnipresent. Omnipresent. It's everywhere. Money is omniscient. It knows everything. Okay, so to the secular people, materialistic people, money is their god. They worship money. They think money is everything and every solution to every single problem. That's money. And in my class, the instructors, lecturers, they say exactly the same thing. To win the campaign, you have to have money. I disagree. Why? Because I'm not materialistic secular person. No, I'm metaphysical person. Okay? I believe God in the Bible. In Bible, God says, in the beginning, uh, there was this darkness. Okay, the spirit of God in the Genesis. Okay, book of Genesis. I made a movie called Therapy for Metrophobia. So yeah, I talk about that in my movie. It's in YouTube. Okay, I'm a huge fan of YouTube, Google, Bing, Amazon, and all this Yahoo, California companies like San Francisco, Seattle, Washington. So they are liberals, but I love their products and singers like Michael Jackson, Madonna, or Sheryl Crow, or Dixie Chicks. Some of them are Republicans and some of them are Democrats, but I don't care. I love people. I love their products, right? So yeah. So I even people like Elton John, he was straight and he made great music when he was straight. Later on, he became not so popular and forgotten and became a zombie, and so he became gay because in order to attract some attention and renew the public interest in him. And same thing happened with George Michael, right? He made great music when he was straight, and later on, his career went down. So he just became gay, and then there's this renewed interest, right? So it's not who they are; it's about power. Okay, so but idolatry, majoritarian view, it's all concepts, ideology. Okay, more on that later because this homosexuality is a whole another chapter, and I wrote a paper about it. So if you Google my name, Honki Lee, yeah, you'll find it in Google. I wrote a dissertation length paper when I was in law school. It didn't become any degree or anything. It's just something I wrote when I was in law school because it's the dominant ideology of today in the Western Hemisphere. I see myself as an actor who plays the role of David versus Goliath. So scripture, the Bible, is like a screenplay. You have many acting roles. They have star, co-star, guest star. Okay. In Bible is a scripture and it's also a script, like a screenplay. It's already written, and I want to play the role as an actor in there. I want to play Jesus, David, Abraham, Moses, John the Baptist, and Prophet Daniel, Prophet Isaiah. I want to play those good roles, not the bad roles. Okay, maybe sometimes I do, but so yeah, as a Christian, I believe in God of Bible who created this world, who performed miracle through his only son Jesus. I'm not Jesus. I'm admirer and believer of Jesus. Okay, so student, follower of Jesus. So God and there's angel and kind of somewhere in between there's Jesus. Okay, so that's what my personal belief as Christian. You don't have to believe it. It's my personal belief as Christian. You don't have to. Okay, so yeah, Jesus performed miracles. He was just carpenter's son. He was a carpenter. in Nazareth, obscure town in Israel. Me, I want to be like him. He's my role model. So I'm following his footsteps. I'm a computer programmer in Alaska, just like Jesus was a carpenter in Nazareth, right? Small town, obscure, powerless state of Alaska. Alaska doesn't have political power like California or New York or Alabama or Florida. No, Alaska is very politically small state. 3 electorate votes in presidential election, right? And I'm a computer programmer. It's like carpenter, plumber. Okay, that's what computer programming is. Carpenter, plumber, electrician, what do? They open up the wall and go behind the wall, and there are these spaghetti, squiggly electrical wires. It's not pretty, but they go and do all those things, right, with the geeky, nerdy things. That's computer programming, okay? You see a web page or website, it's all clean and pretty, like a wall in your house. But behind the scene, there's all these spaghetti codes, all these geeky, nerdy, ugly things. That's computer programming. It's ugly. Headache, pain in the ass, okay? It stinks. It's horrible. Just like electrician, plumber, carpenters do. That's computer programming. It's a blue collar. We don't get much respect from society. We are not lawyers, doctors, politicians, business owners, CEOs. We are not that. Computer programmers are blue collar. We are like plumbers, carpenters, electricians, and me personally as a computer programmer, I make half the money that electricians and carpenters and plumbers make. They make 6-digit figures. I have many friends who do carpenter, plumber, electricians. They make 6-digit figures. I make 57,000. I make half of the money what they make. All right, and but I'm happy because I'm in Alaska. I love Alaska. Is I have these hiking trails and moose and bears. I see them and I love the nature and space. We don't have many people, so we have a lot of empty space. I love it. All right. So it would be a miracle if I become the president in 2021, because nobody knows of me. I don't have any money and I have no power. That's what I believe in. God, the God of miracle and the God of miracle. And I have read the Bible 3 times, twice in Korean and once in American King James version. And somewhere in the Old Testament, God says, "My power is shown when you are weak." Okay, so God's power is shown when this person is very weak, very obscure person. So that's the whole point of Jesus. He didn't pick somebody rich and powerful, but he picked somebody very weak, a carpenter's son in Nazareth, not in Jerusalem, not in Judea, but in Nazareth. So that's Jesus. And David versus Goliath. David was not a soldier. He was not a sergeant or private or specialist or captain, lieutenant general. No, David was a shepherd. He had no prior military experience. David did not have any expert knowledge or elitist credentials. David did not go to Harvard or Yale or Princeton, Stanford or West Point. No, David never worked once in the Israelite army. Zero experience, zero credential, zero power, zero fame, zero money. Now, no nothing. That's David the shepherd. All these generals and captains, lieutenants, soldiers, seasoned and experienced and with high credentials in the Israel army, they could not defeat Goliath. David could and did. Okay, so that's David versus Goliath. I am not saying Donald J. Trump is Goliath. No, I like him and he's a good man. I voted for him, I prayed for him, and I almost cried when he got elected because to me it was like miracle, God answering my prayer. And I still do like Donald J. Trump, and I read 5 of his books. I learned a lot from him. He is great. I like him. I like what he does, but I can do better. That's why I'm running against him. All right? So, yeah, that's the secular people and metaphysical people. I am a metaphysical person, so I believe in God. I believe in miracles, like Thomas Edison and Benjamin Franklin and Henry Ford and Tesla and Alexander Graham Bell. All these Americans once did. They believed in miracles. That's how they were able to invent something new. And I want you to join me to go back to the glorious American past. I want you to start believing miracles. Try something new and stick to the traditional morality and ethics where America once was. Okay? Alright, it's been 1 hour and 23 minutes and I'm losing my voice, so okay, I see you later. Okay, bye.